Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Finally got my computer working so I can make a video about Israel and what's going on over there. So I just want to say, please do not be deceived. It is very convenient for war to break out right after Laudato Si 2.0 comes out. It came out on October the 4th. Then here we are at war, October the 7th, October the 8th. And it's right before COP28, which I think is in November. A lot of things are happening between now and the end of November. I know I told y'all September and October was going to be busy, and I'm going to stand by that. But what you got to do is you got to ramp up your prepping. You got to ramp up your medical preps. You got to ramp up your food preps. You have to ramp up your water preps. You have to be prepared for darkness, literal darkness. You have to be prepped for cold weather because, of course, they've been saying it's going to be a cold winter. It's going to be a cold winter. I don't think that they've been forecasting this for 2, 3 years for nothing. They, and when I say they, I mean the powers that be, operate using signs, symbols, and codes and clues. So, they're not going to tell you directly, oh, yeah, we're getting ready to yeet y'all, as many as y'all as we can. But they have to have this war because they need chaos to bring order. They need war to bring peace and to bring safety, which will come before sudden destruction. Where that sudden destruction will occur first, who knows? What it will be, who knows? There are a lot of um, things going on, a lot of things at play, and we need to make sure we are not falling under these strong delusions, not taking any sides, examining every single thing thoroughly. I know there are a lot of people who are here saying, the rapture is coming and it's almost time for ABC, D. But if you read your Bible, if you read Daniel and Ezekiel and the book of Revelations, like some things gotta happen that haven't happened yet, including true Israel returning home, us getting our reparations. A lot of things haven't happened. And, just take into consideration that the Israel of today is not the Israel that is noted in the Bible. It's not the same place. It's not the same. So you really got to use your common sense. You have to read more than you listen. You have to do your historical research. And most importantly, you got to have spiritual discernment. There are so many wicked agendas at play here, so many psyops happening, and there's so much chatter amongst the Christian community. And I feel like this is getting ready to be like another Rona situation where, you can be telling people something that's so obvious, they're not going to believe it because they've been told something, they've been conditioned with predictive programming and, our education systems, our cultural belief systems for, over centuries. So it's very hard to get people to change and change their mind. For those of you who are awakened, you just got to be careful. There's so much deception and so many people under strong delusions. So, consider yourself a part of the remnant. Just continue to pray, continue to prep, continue to seek the Most High. Ask the Most High for forgiveness daily for sins of commission and sins of omission. Ask for spiritual discernment. you are going to need that, like, you need air and water to breathe and to stay alive. There's no way we're going to be able to make it out of this without spiritual discernment. And you're going to have to learn how to filter people. There are going to be some people who you've watched in the past who are really good that you're going to have to turn off now because they are gone off someplace else. I've had to do that over the last couple of days, which has really been disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. Um, we got to pay attention to what's happening over there, but not for the reasons that they want us to. We are looking at this new global order that is forming, that is getting ready to come online, and things have got to collapse. Things have got to be bad. There's got to be death and destruction and famine and pestilences, all the things that they've been warning us about, so that they can bring in this peace, so that the Antichrist will rule, so that every man will have to decide that's left. They'll have to decide whether or not they're going to be marked with the mark of the beast or sealed by, our actions and our faith in the Most High and His Word. So, like I said, we're all going to be tested, and this is part of the test. You got to make it through the strong delusion and deceptions part first. We got a lot of tests that we have to endure. We're going through several at one time right now, but I just want to encourage you to use your good, healthy brains to read your word for yourself and to understand that we are living in what will be probably the strongest delusion and deception in the history of the world. And if you're true Israel, it's all about you. So gird your loins. It's getting ready to get rocky. And I've been preparing you. You need to keep preparing. You also need to get your money out the bank. There are a lot of stories out about money being withdrawn, billions and trillions of dollars every week from the major banks in the country. And so, that's also why I figured that it's time for them to ramp up this war stuff, because you got to take the focus off of the fact that the economies across the globe are getting ready to collapse. So if you still have money and you still holding on trying to bet like you in Vegas, you better go get you some groceries, get you some canned goods and water and stack up. Um, Try to find you somebody to dig you a well, your own well, and maybe hide it. Or maybe you get you a little well where you can just dig it yourself. They sell the kits on YouTube. You got to be in high gear. If you have resources put away that you're saving for retirement or a rainy day, you might as well spend them, because they're getting ready to take your money. The system is getting ready to collapse. The lie is unraveling faster than they can control, and it's all intentional. But they got to transition us into this new system, so that's what's coming. I read you Laudate Deum, and please don't think that the rapture gonna happen and you just gonna not be subject to that, because that's not getting ready to happen. So there are a lot of agendas at play, a lot of objectives that have to be achieved prior to this new system coming online, and we are going to be the collateral damage. So I'm gonna say it again. we will be the collateral damage. We, as in the global population with no power, we are going to be the slaves of this new system. We already are, especially if you're African American, Black, or just Black, Israel across the diaspora scattered. We are already enslaved. So this is just the evolution of captivity. But for those people who have been at the top of the social hierarchy, the Gentiles, they are going to be in for a rude awakening. And I don't know if they are going to be able to handle it. But those that can't, y'all know they're going to lash out at us. We are their favorite targets. So we have to be ready. The days of being able to rely on this system and those people for our daily bread is coming to an end. So get your seeds, start prepping, throw those gardens in the ground, get something planted. Just keep prepping because the earth is shaking. The wars are war. The people are warring. Famine is coming. Winter is coming. It's supposed to be a cold winter. Just a lot of things happening. So y'all keep praying because that's the only thing that's going to get us through this. And again, pray for spiritual discernment because we all need it. Deception is high. The lies are high. And Christians are being used right now. And it's very sad to watch. But the Bible prophesied it. So it's not like we didn't know. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Don't get caught up in the Israel-Palestinian war hype, just like folks got caught up in the Ukraine-Russia hype. It's all pre-planned, and the outcome has already been determined. There is something else going on. We've been talking about it all year on this channel, and it's time for it to go live. They're getting ready to accelerate their agenda, and so you need to also accelerate your prepping spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, emotionally. You need to keep prepping. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Love y'all, and I'm